Welcome to another video. This one is related to xwar specifically. So if you've been around in the game long enough and you still do not understand the mechanics of how the game works, especially in xwar, this video is for you. Alright, so in xwar usually what happens, you need to actually select a stage and then you would go into battle, and in advanced stages you need to select uh, 3 lineups, 2 lineups, 4 lineups as you carry on. Total annihilation, destruction of how many heroes you need to build and actually prepare them for battle. And it doesn't get easier. The more you progress, the more the evil heroes become stronger in level, stronger in abilities, and you're gonna be going up against heroes that are actually a pain in the butt. See that? Goddess of life, and then you'll find Zeus, and you'll find the great sage, the fury wave, you'll find god of sky, Zeus, queen of desert, and Indira. So for this one, we'll be focusing on, well, understanding xwar a little bit better. Let's first remove our lovely looking lineups and understand, well, one of the main things that can help you in battle. For starters, you need to understand there is something called a draft. A draft or a draft bonus is adding heroes from the same faction, or you can use God Universe heroes to actually benefit you in battle. For starters, a draft will not only increase your HP, increase your attack, and help you, it also resonates directly with the faction bonus you gain. Wow. Okay, first you need to understand that there are different factions in the game. Okay, let's go into the different factions. You have the Dark faction, the Nature faction, the Superman faction, Technology, then you have the Universe, and you have the God Hero faction. If you're looking at this arrow pointing towards the next faction, goes on a cycle, it's pretty much telling you the Superman faction is strong against the Technology. The Technology is strong against the Nature is strong against Dark Heroes, and Dark Heroes are strong against Superman Heroes. Then, away from that, far away, God/Universe heroes actually are strong and weak against each other. So they compete against each other, and they're far away from the rest of the remaining 4 factions. What does that mean? It means when you're looking into battle, you can see that green icon that shows that these heroes are from the Nature faction. This one is from the God faction. If we're looking at their draft, they have a draft of 4, which means heroes that are considered from the main faction, the same faction, and they gain the attack and bonus of the HP and attack based on that. Now, God heroes can actually function as they are from the same faction. It's kind of like, okay, we have 3 heroes or 4 heroes from the Nature faction. If you add a God Universe hero, he will be a God hero. He will be considered from the same faction, automatically related to the faction you have added the most heroes from it. So pretty much, if we add another hero from the Nature faction, this will be a draft of 6. 5 originally from the Nature faction, and 1 God hero that actually is considered from the same faction, connecting and completing the draft fully. So draft of 6, 100% will give you more HP during the battle, only during the battle, and it will give you more attack. That is why, depending on the draft bonus, actually can make your heroes stronger while battling in xwar. Second thing, if you're going against a specific faction, the camp restrain will give you extra damage during the battle, the faction bonus. So on the other side, we're looking at Nature. So actually the right combination would be to go with Technology, because they will be stronger against the current enemy. Now we're relying also on the draft of 6 for the extra HP and the extra attack. After that comes the hero selection, your heroes, regardless of the faction, right, that can actually win this battle against the heroes that you're going to battle against. Let's just, for the sake of attempt, remove all of that. So we can enter into battle, and let's just select our spaceships and then go into battle. We're interested in seeing the first battle only. Now, after you've actually selected your heroes, you've selected your spaceship, you will enter into battle, and then you will watch that battle fully so you understand where is the defect, why do you get killed, why your heroes cannot win, and then you will adjust accordingly. Okay? Alright, so now we're watching the battle and we can see that Storm Falcon is actually doing good when it comes to the battle. So there is no issue in her selection. The rest of the heroes, they did lose a good chunk of HP, which we will see if they will survive or not. They didn't. Right, so after the first one, and you can see you got defeated, and you know that you need to be faster based on what we kind of saw just now. You need to add a strong DPS to support the Insanity. So what we're gonna do is take one hero out and put one of our strong DPS, and that would take us down to a draft of 5. Then we would enter again into battle and watch as the battle happens what will actually happen. First, if you're looking after 3 stars for the battle, round number 1, you need all your heroes to survive and no fatality of any of them. And here's the magic that comes in the game. You need to select the right lineup, you need to keep them alive for them to survive, and you need to win the battle also. So you need to watch it for all these reasons so you understand what went wrong and who took out one of your heroes and why, and how you can actually react towards that. So as we can see, the main number 1 and number 3 hero, Storm Falcon and Cyber Ronin, and then Toku were taken out, and still there is an issue in winning this battle. So what you would do is enter again, remove the hero selection because it's not working. Okay, add your different heroes. From what we can see, the Goddess of Ocean is recovering their HP too fast, not allowing us to take them out. Thinker, same scenario, and also he's generating shields, saving them. And Q-Pan, or combat type, is recovering their HP as soon as it drops. So these 3 are a problem, and Anna is actually burning our heroes and killing them so fast and so easy. So what we need is probably something that can stop them or tangle them, and at the same time we might attempt to increase our speed and add another DPS. Then we would go again into battle and see the result of our selection. Here we can find Space Monkey has been added for the sheer point of increasing the speed of Toku. Lady Ivy has been added for the sheer point of kill her and be tangled and enjoy the tangling. Einstein is added for resurrecting fallen heroes, and of course he failed, unfortunately. Storm Falcon is added to the backliner so she can actually damage all of them in one go. And Houston, same scenario. Now, did it work? No, because we're still lacking speed. We might attempt this a couple of times and see what will happen, but the main point is this is how you should think about the battle itself and attempt it a couple of times. They're still strong, by the way, and this level of them being upgraded, and enter the Goddess of Ocean and recovering of HP. Toku is not slicing through them fast enough, and also Lady Ivy with Mother of Swarm are taking us out too fast. So in a scenario like this, you will need to reconsider your hero selection again. And for this one, I'm considering of adding Queen of Desert, including Houston, and removing Storm Falcon. Okay, let's see how far we can actually get. Okay, so we eliminated the first 2. Now we're at combat type, time for eliminating him. And Einstein got eliminated, that's fine. Right, from what I can see, we still lack a good chunk of speed, and that's kind of killing us. So what we would do is go to Toku and actually figure out what is up with her. First, let's change to number 2, and we're gonna keep Titan Killer, we're gonna keep Ghost Curse, and we're going to select number 2 of Rush Offense. Rush Offense will give her a chance that can be triggered for her to attack again. Next, we need to see which hero we can replace. We can always add Lucas for his contract to make sure we actually survive the battle and don't have any fatalities. Right, let's enter again into the battle and let's see if we can actually kick their asses once and for all. And he still survived, which is annoying. Okay, we survived at least the first round. Time to actually go into the second round. And there's so many lineups you can actually attempt with this, just for the sake of, well, getting the 3 stars pretty much. Okay, let's see how it will go. And we still have some issue related to the speed and Toku actually slicing through them. So at this stage, we will need to reconsider our hero selection again of removing Einstein and adding Thinker. Thinker is just added for the Radiance Tribute, which will decrease the damage we take. And then again, we will go at it again from the start and see the change that we did. How far did it help us? Nice. So this time we were able to take out the first 3, and now we are at the backliners, the 3 we really want to take out. And again, let's see if we will survive and be able to take them out efficiently. 1 is out, 2 remain, and then Thinker recovers our HP, which will really help. And Lucas with the contract protecting us, and Lady Ivy was killed. Now you can try this a couple of times. Eventually you will actually win without any fatalities, and that will take us to round number 2. So what we learned from this in selection is, by the way, I already have 3 stars. We can even watch the battle if you really want to, showing the 3 stars, but the issue is many players have already taken the slot. Anyway, what we learned from this, number 1, there is something called the draft. The draft will add HP and attack to our heroes, which means if you've selected 4 heroes from the Superman, just as you can see, you will gain a draft bonus. The more you add heroes from the same faction, the more the draft bonus will increase. Draft bonus equals more HP and more attack. That's number 1. Number 2, there's something called the faction bonus. Faction bonus is heroes that will gain extra damage against the faction that they're stronger against when in battle. So that's the second point we've learned. The third point, I ignore most of that and just focus on the draft bonus, and I use heroes that sometimes are stronger and gain the faction bonus against who you're going up against. Other times have nothing to do with being in battle. One thing you will and should take into consideration, a faction that's not connected to another faction, for instance, you have the dark faction and the technology. They do not gain the 25% extra damage. The Superman and the nature, same scenario, right? In that case of selection, both are equal and the strongest will compete and win. They're not really linked to each other of gaining the camp restraint or the faction bonus. So what you should really focus on when it comes to the faction bonus, don't put heroes that will give the enemy extra damage against your heroes. That's kind of the main highlight of this. If you're using, for instance, nature heroes and you're going up against technology heroes in some specific round, then you're giving them a chance to actually cause you more damage, because it works for you and against you. So focus on that point. Next thing, you can always remove your lineups or save them if you want by using the easy functionality of revert or remove, and you can always save them after you've added your heroes. Next thing, you can always add my favorite, we did talk about before that point, by adding a lineup from any of the portraits of the players in the game. You can always call upon that lineup whenever you want. By doing this, you would actually save the lineup forever as your best draft, stolen from another player. And then when you go into battle, you can directly, first you need to remove all your heroes, then click on my favorite, and then apply directly the draft or the favorite lineup selection you actually saved. Again, click on apply, and voila, the heroes will get automatically added for you in your lineups. Alright, next thing, you can always use the replace artifact when adding your heroes. You've added your heroes, you can click on replace artifact. It will show you the heroes you've added and you can selectively replace their artifacts while in battle. Click on replace. Let's give her Braveheart. That's a very wrong selection, but just to showcase it. Then let's replace again and give her Eternal Soul. And then for Godslayer, let's give him Genesis, the green stone. Okay, now if we go back to actually our hero, you will notice that his artifact got selected and changed. So the replacement of artifacts while in battle actually will affect your heroes outside of battle. Do take that into account. Favorite draft saving can be done with any of the players you see in your friend list, or if you go directly to the arena, and then the Legend Championship. By clicking on the portrait, you can actually click on the like, and that like will actually allow you to save that draft for usage. It's a good way to steal drafts from players. Then if you go to any xwar stage and you select my favorite, you'll be able to again see the draft. That's the one on the top. See all your drafts, see the name of the draft, which comes from the player if you took it from a player. Click on apply and your draft will be added directly for usage. Best draft only actually is selected and saved. Overall, when it comes to xwar, a number of factors play into account of you winning or you being annihilated and destroyed very easily. One of them 100% is the use of artifacts, whether they're divine, whether gems, whether they are dark evil artifacts. So that's one point that kind of highlights what can make a difference. And of course the sigil, and then comes your relics, and then comes into play your gem selection and upgrading your gems, and also the spirit link upgrades of taking your heroes to a higher level. Also, the more you actually go through xwar, the more the heroes increase the enemy, pretty much their level. So if you're looking at level 25, 39, 25, they are at level 500. You go a little bit levels above 503. You carry on going more and more and more, 507. So their level, the more you progress, actually increases. If you go to the world map and you go to, let's say, 37, you'll find that they were playing happily at level 400-ish, 471. From that comes the highlight that the more you actually upgrade the spirit link level, the more your heroes are pretty much basically more powerful in damage, which helps you during battle. Next thing to take into consideration, into account, your treasure, your reincarnation treasure. Your reincarnation treasure will give you more HP, more attack, and a different arrangement of attributes that will benefit all your heroes throughout the entire game. Whether it's critical, broken armor, force resistance, the force, the critical resistance, and the fixed HP and the variable percentage HP. Now all these artifacts actually, or treasure, actually make you stronger in battle and increase your overall power during xwar and during across the entire game. And that would be pretty much how you would look at xwar. It's a very simple direction. Select the right lineup, have heroes that are strong enough to actually win the battle, and that's pretty much it. Use tactics as using Lady Ivy to twine the enemy to stop them from moving. Use another tactic as Lucas to actually use his contract to prevent your heroes from getting killed. Use Einstein to resurrect your fallen heroes. He can resurrect 2 heroes after they've been killed. Use the Queen of Desert for a simple reason of if she gets killed the first time, she can resurrect herself and come back into play again. Use heroes that will help you to reduce the armor of the enemy, and by reducing their armor you can actually cause them more damage. One of them is Houston, another one is Mother of Swarm, and reduction of the armor. And never forget the support heroes that you actually use across the game. that can really benefit you in increasing damage or recovering of HP or surviving, or regardless of what you want to do, how you want to beat them. There are heroes that will help you in recovering HP and increasing your attack, like the fantastic Cuban combat type. There is one specific hero that's very good in increasing your speed and doing some reflection of the damage you take, which is the Space Monkey. See his flying in space. Okay, Bonnie will increase so many different attributes and help you in your damage and attack. Cyber Ronin 100% will help you in modifying and increasing your damage and at the same time recovering of some HP. Mother of Swarm will help in reducing their armor while she sucks and drinks their HP. Anna will very much help you in actually affecting them by CC control, crowd control, the kiss or the enchanting kiss, however you want to call it, which will actually slow them down, give them a burning effect, which will reduce their HP as you progress during the rounds. Thinker for increasing the armor of your heroes and allowing you to recover HP in a fantastic looking way. Medusa for the petrification, which will poison them, causing poison damage and stopping them from being able to move, which is still a lock percentage. And of course you have a hero no one will desire really to use him. His chains slow down the enemy and make their damage a little bit less. Catastrophe, which he kinda can help. Gonable in his, as soon as he's hit, he attacks back and can stun the enemy. Stunning the enemy allows the enemy not to move and not to take action against you, which is the same of what Rockefeller does, and Rockefeller is great in doing that actually as a tank and as your armor meat shield. Overall, there are so many different heroes in the game that can benefit you, and it's all about finding the right combination of which hero will be in number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, and which hero is strong against the opposing hero. One final example will actually give for now. When you're going up against Storm Falcon, there's only one hero that's actually good of going up against her, even with her shield up in round number 1, and can directly do damage to her, which is Julia the Forest Avatar. And likewise, different heroes have heroes that can counter their abilities, which is something you should actually learn and invest in, because you actually want to win. You don't want to be destroyed in battle. Aside from that, you can always use your god or slash hero universe, god slash universe, to actually allow you to survive. Now, if we're gonna rank up some of the best god slash universe heroes that can actually make a difference, this is a good combination of heroes that can actually really make a difference. And one last addition when it comes to the universe hero selection. Universe hero selection are a little bit different in what they add to you in adding at least one of them in battle. One addition equal an armor plus 25% increase. 2 additions broken armor. 3 additions the critical is increased by 15%. So the more universe heroes you add, the more the statuses are increased on a very different level, unlike just having a draft and that's it. Universe array is different. One item to, it's actually one hero, but let's skip that commentary on that. 4 heroes, damage immunity plus 15, 6 heroes, speed plus 10%. So actually the best lineups you can have are either a mixture of god slash universe heroes or the main 4 factions and 1 universe or 2 universe heroes. What does a universe hero actually benefit you in adding them? He actually gives you the armor plus 25. What does the armor plus 25 help you in battle? It actually allows you to take less damage aside from what the hero will offer you during the battle itself. Pretty much more armor equal less damage you take. That's kind of the direction of what armor does. Armor versus attack, and the final product will be the damage that you actually take. Now, is it sufficient always to win? I wouldn't say that. Also, the awakening of your hero does make a difference on how much power they can give you. For instance, a hero awakened immortal is very much different than a hero who's actually epic plus. Same hero, same, but different in how strong they are. Why is that? Because the more you awaken your hero, the more you will be upgrading the portrait. The portrait here, by being upgraded, actually will increase the HP and the attack of your hero. Yes, that is good. That's why you need to awaken your heroes. The more heroes are awakened in the portrait for that specific hero, the more the HP and of attack, the basic HP and attack of that hero will increase. So a hero who is awakened less than immortal is completely different, even if they're the same hero, for one who's awakened less. So see here as his status of awakening, if we compare him to same hero, same every type, every artifact, everything, the immortal will still be stronger and will top up that awakening in overall HP and attack. Overall, don't get too much frustrated of losing battles when it comes to xwar. As you can see, the journey is very long after you finish the Nova Star, moved into Europe, and then eventually change the difficulty into difficult mode. Yeah, America, Nova, Europe, and then difficult mode, Nova, Europe again, but the difficult mode version. For the point of I want the 3 stars, just power up, and whenever you're powerful enough by increasing your level, your reincarnation treasure, and a number of factors in the game, you can always actually just come back and get the 3 stars. Even versus heroes you never thought you'll actually win 3 stars. See this? Yeah, killer combination. Let's add one last thing, so this video is very comprehensive. Remember always to finish your Union Tech, all of it, okay? And then move to the Union Institute. Don't be stingy. It's time consuming, I know. Upgrade your Union Institute. The more you actually fulfill, at least upgrading the main 5 ones, you'll be able to do more damage. Then when you have enough energy, you can focus on the critical resistance and critical damage resistance, which will reduce the damage you take in battle and automatically make your hero stronger. So your direction should be 40 40 40 40 40 40 40 40 40 40, taking it to 40 40 40 40, same 40 40 40 40 40 40 40, and then you would spin around and focus on upgrading the critical resistance and critical damage resistance for all of them, maxing them out, and then circle back to the damage immunity from silencing and disarm, petrification and charm, twining and paralyzing, which is all related to the CC crowd control effects that can be done to you during battle. And then you would be done. If you actually finishing all the Union Institute fully, your heroes will be much stronger in battle, more than you can imagine. I'm not gonna go into the usual start tech direction. For the love of God, focus on finishing the 4 main factions and then move into the God/universe and upgrade it to the maximum. It is time consuming, I'm aware of that. It takes a very long period of time. Fine, okay, fantastic. Just do it for the sake of it will actually increase the faction bonus, it will actually increase your HP and attack, it will really help you and all your heroes to actually win in battle, especially in stages you're stuck in xwar, by just actually upgrading your star tech to the maximum. The more it's upgraded, the more your heroes are naturally already stronger, okay? And also unlocking the portrait of the hero and star tag gives them an additional ability depending on the hero, whether it's armor, whether it's percentage of being able to attack more, whether it's in the case of Toku, it increases the pursuit to be triggered more, whether it's Houston, 5% chance to actually do another coordination attack, whether it's Lady Ivy, increase in planting the seed so you can do twining, or it actually happens more often than now. It doesn't really work. Storm Falcon, and increase in the Heavenly Justice attack, or the storm is coming pretty much. So the portraits, the HP, the increase here, there, all across the game, it actually benefits you in xwar. And then whatever you're doing, your heroes will be a total accumulation combination of all of that, and it will be seen in battle. Now, Don't get frustrated, just keep powering up, keep working at the game, and eventually you'll be advancing through xwar stages much easier. Anyway, do remember always, whenever you're stuck, wait, power up a little, try again, try a different lineup, focus on the heroes you're using, upgrade the heroes you're using, give them more relics, change their sigil or stigmata, upgrade their equipment to T2, and try again and again, and eventually you'll win. Trust me, people got stuck in so many xwar stages with I really wish to get that final star. I cannot get that final star. So patience and repetition, powering up, and it always works, regardless of how strong the enemy is. As you can see, it always works. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and that would be kinda a good portion of anything that can be said of xwar. And whenever you're in doubt, check the recent clearance. If you're having a hard time figuring out a lineup, it might inspire you. Alright. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in to another video related to xwar explanation. If you have any questions, do leave it in the comment section. Leave a like and a comment and subscribe, and have a great day ahead guys.